Welcome back to another episode of Smoker's Guide to What's for Dinner. We're doing Cajun bacon wrapped shrimp tonight on the Smokin' Brothers Grill. Alright all, we're going to walk through what you're going to need for this cook. First of all, we're going to start with shrimp. Now there's several different sizes of shrimp out there and you do want to use raw shrimp. I like buying the shrimp deveined and peeled already with tail on. Those are really easy, especially for appetizer style type dishes. But at the same time, the other reason for having them peeled, when you're cooking on the grill, it makes for a better product if the peel is not on them. If that's on there, if the shell's on there, it tends to want to stick to the meat and you can't ever get a nice clean shrimp to come out of it. So for this recipe, you're going to need some peeled and deveined shrimp. I always try to go with a lower count per pound. Usually try to find 10 to 20 at tops, because then that allows you to wrap the bacon around the shrimp a little easier because there's more surface area. And also they've got a little bit more body to them, to a better bite and better crunch to go along, because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook than the smaller shrimp, which also helps balances the bacon. So on the bacon, what I would do is buy some thin sliced bacon to go with your bacon wrapped shrimp, mainly because that's where it will allow the shrimp and the bacon to get done at the same time. Now we are going to pre-cook the bacon like I've talked before in other videos, just to get it started, to help speed along that process for the bacon being done, so you don't accidentally end up with raw bacon with a cooked shrimp or an overcooked shrimp with good crunchy bacon. So the project here is to get them together. You're going to need a good Cajun rub. I use one of my dealers down in Texarkana makes his own. This one, Yappy's Cajun rub, really good, but there's a lot of good Cajun rubs out there. Take a look. And then I'm going to finish it off with some Butt the Kitchen Sink and top it with some Hogs SPG. And then we're going to also finish off the bacon with a little Adam's apple barbecue sauce. So those are what you're going to need. Now let's get into how you're going to do it. All right. So if your shrimp were frozen, you can thaw them out in some water, especially if you run out of time, if you didn't think about putting them in the refrigerator overnight. I tend to just put them in a strainer and turn the water on and let it run over top of them. That'll thaw them out really quick. And then now you want to pat dry those shrimp really well as well. So lay out your shrimp. If they're not deveined or peeled, go ahead and do that. Leave the tail on if you can. And then go ahead and lay them out flat on a paper towel or on some aluminum foil, just so that whenever you're done seasoning, you can just pick that up and throw that away. So we're going to lay them out flat. First, we're going to come in with our Cajun rub. We're going to make that our base. Then we're going to come back on top with a little bit of Smokin' Brothers Butt the Kitchen Sink. And then we're going to come over top with SPG as a final rub, a finishing rub. Now with that, now we got our bacon that's been pre-cooked a little bit. Not all the way, just about halfway. I'll come back with a light glazing of Adam's apple barbecue sauce. Now you can cut that with some apple juice if you would like. If you don't like the thickness of the Adam's apple barbecue sauce, that'll help things cook a little faster as well. Today we're just going to glaze on the Adam's apple barbecue sauce as you see it coming out of the jar. Now you're going to go ahead and take them and wrap them around the shrimp. Now some people do have trouble getting bacon to stay wrapped around the shrimp. The trick is to always try to get them to end on the same side, so you can just lay that shrimp flat down on the grill. And so, or if you wanted to, you could put them on a cookie sheet as well and cook them on the cookie sheet. It makes it easier to be saucy. So with that, we have our grill outside cooking at 325. We're going to place these shrimp right on the grill at 325. Now the internal temperature you're going to want to try to get your shrimp to is 125. Once they hit 125, you can remove them and serve. With that said, let's go out to the grill. All right, we've had our grill out here cooking at 325, getting good and heat soaked. Now we're getting ready to put the Cajun bacon wrapped shrimp on. We're going to take the shrimp to reach 125 and I would say probably you want to check it after about 20-25 minutes. All right, we've had our shrimp on for about 20 minutes. I'll come out and check it. Now we did remove it from the aluminum pan once the bacon got crisp up. We moved it from the pan so then the grease would drain away. Gonna check it real quick. I'm loving what I'm seeing, how the shrimp's exploding. We got a little bit hot. We were sitting about 130, but other than that, everything's perfect. All right, we're gonna go inside and eat some shrimp. Back inside at Smoke Hollow, we just got done pulling off our bacon wrapped Cajun shrimp. So now we get to try them out. Now I will say thinner bacon would stick to the shrimp a little bit better. I had a little thicker cut bacon than what I like, but it's still bacon, so it's always good. Now that is an awesome Cajun bacon wrapped shrimp. So please, if you don't mind, if you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd appreciate you following us. Thank you. So from our family to your family, barbecue bacon wrapped Cajun shrimp is what's for dinner.